In this run, I got 3 blueprints, 3 brainstorms, a negative Perkio and Tribulate, plus 2 extra Tribulates, 2 sock and buskins, and a golden ticket that got me to almost $7,000. But how do we get here? Well, it all started when my brother sent me a message telling me about this insane seed that gives you a negative Perkio and Tribulate after Ante 1. So I typed in my seed, loaded up on Ghost Deck, and proceeded to claim my free negative Perkio and my free negative Tribulate. And now, nothing can stop us. I think we just lost. No way. I am trash, bro. Yep, I am trash. But over here at Balatros, we never give up. So I re-entered the seed, picked up a director's cut voucher in case I needed to re-roll the boss blind, and I got back my negative Perkio and Tribulate. From here, we also picked up a certificate joker so I could try to get a red seal king or queen. And what do you know, the first card it gives me is a red seal king. Now we're cooking. Because of our Tribulate, every red seal king we play is going to give us 4x mult. From here, I sold a certificate joker since I didn't want to flood my deck, and I bought a hanging chad so I can get more triggers on Tribulate. We also picked up the overstock voucher as well. At this point, my best move here is to find a Hermit or Temperance Tarot card so I can duplicate it with Perkio and start bringing in the big bucks. $15 plus another 20. Oh, why didn't I just keep that for Perkio? So dumb. So silly. 2 of those. Temperance is way better. That's why I didn't do that. Well, looks like we luck out again, but this is only the start of my luck. Later on in the run, I get one of the craziest shops you might ever see. Oh! This is the luckiest run ever! But anyways, from here I was on the lookout for a blueprint or a brainstorm to really boost the effects of Perkio. And I was picking up jokers along the way to max out my temperance value so I can get a guaranteed $50 every round. And then we came across our first invisible joker. It can duplicate any joker in your joker slots. Really? Will it duplicate the legendary jokers? Yes. Yes, it will. Because I'm just going to sell the rest of my jokers just to guarantee that. And we got a Tribulate. Nice. We could literally make this -2. I just want to do it for content's sake. Let's do it. Let's go. 3 negative legendaries. Now that I have 3 negative legendary jokers, it's time to really build out the deck. I wanted all my cards to be kings and queens with red seals and a polychrome effect on it, which we can get through an aura spectral card. While I was doing this, I kept looking for that coveted blueprint to really boost all of my effects. Before too long, I found it. Yes! Let's go! Now, every time I advance from the shop, I get 2 duplicates of whatever consumables I have, which we're going to use for both money and deck manipulation. I also picked up the overstock voucher, the trading card joker to get rid of some cards, and DNA to duplicate the cards I want more of. After using trading card literally just once, we swapped it out for the hologram joker, which synergizes well with DNA. By duplicating 2 cards with DNA at the start of each ante, we can increase hologram by 0.5x mult each round. In the very next shop, I find a sock and buskin, which is going to re-trigger both of my Tribulates on my red seal kings and queens. We're not even finished ante 8 yet, but the mult is getting ridiculously high. Holy shit. E17 is crazy. Now that I know I have a lot of breathing room, I'm stacking up on aura cards because I really want to get a polychrome king or queen to further boost my mult with the sock and buskin. We're easily able to glide through the ante 8 boss blind, and now we have our eyes set on a Nan in front. We just have to wait on another game-changing joker, like the invisible joker. Oh, snap. It can duplicate any joker in your joker slots. Really? Will it duplicate the legendary jokers? Actually, yeah, it will. Wow, 3 Tribulates. Also, while I was playing the rounds to get invisible joker to activate, I finally got my polychrome. Please give me one. Yes! Let's go! A couple rounds later, I managed to get a red seal on my polychrome queen, and the name of the game now is filling out my deck with these cards. Before too long, I put a gold enhancement to my polychrome red seal queen, and without realizing it, this is one of my main keys for my success long term, but more on that later. At this point, I was duplicating my queens and trying to destroy any other cards I had until I came across another game-changing joker. Yeah, that is what we needed. Showman, that's exactly what we needed. Now Showman can really change things up for us. We can get another sock and buskin, or another blueprint. We could even get another Showman. But this is a crazy part. I had to speed this part up by 8,000% because literally nothing came for 4 straight antes. In that time, I completely fixed my deck to be all gold polychrome red seal queens. And I also picked up the observatory voucher so I can duplicate my heirs and my consumables and get an extra 1.5x mult for every card in there. This was essential to scaling our score for the late game. And while we're stacking up on heiresses, we came across another game changer. Oh, there it is. There she is. I will take that. There we go. Now that we have this brainstorm, it's time to cook. This is what our deck currently looks like. All red seal polychrome queens, majority of them gold with a few steel and glass cards in there as well. We have our flush 5 at level 22 and our high card at level 16. And this is what our vouchers look like this far as well. Since I was trying to stack up on Ares planet cards, I can't use Perkio anymore to duplicate Temperance. So I needed another source of money. And it was only 2 shops later where I found it. I sold my DNA for a mail-in rebate. And since all my cards were queens, any queen I discarded would give me $5. When paired with the blueprint and brainstorm I had, I get $15 per queen discarded. And that's a total of $225 after I use all my discards. My plan from here was to save up enough money until I could find a Showman and aggressively search for another blueprint or brainstorm. This plan was going great until a few rounds later, I came across another invisible joker. It can duplicate any joker in your joker slots. Will it duplicate the legendary jokers? No, not this time. But a sock and buskin is very valuable to me right now. Now our mult score is getting even higher with this extra sock and 30 Ares planet cards in my consumables, each giving 1.5x mult. With all of our jokers combined, we're able to get up to E43 in score. And this is only going to get higher with Perkio. At this point in the game, I came to the conclusion that I didn't need more than 5 cards at a time in my hand, meaning I could use another ectoplasm to make one of my current jokers negative. By doing so, it would reduce my hand size to just 5 cards, but in return I get an extra joker slot. So the next time I saw an ectoplasm, I used it, and it made my brainstorm a negative. Oh, wow. I kept it pushing until I came across an idle joker. This is essentially just another tribulate. Since all my cards are the queen of spades, it has the same effect. After picking up the idol, we were able to get a score of E58 thanks to a couple of glass cards. However, we didn't really have an economy going until we got gifted a very special joker from the RNG gods. Huh. That's a really good negative, actually. This isn't just a really good negative joker. It's one of the best ones I could get. It is literally the perfect economy joker that'll re-trigger with my red seal gold queens and sock and buskins. Not to mention the extra blueprint and brainstorm. But for whatever reason, this didn't occur to me, and I didn't utilize it to its full advantage right away. But I do get around to it when I realize what I'm missing out on. For now, I picked up another mail-in rebate and was on the lookout for another Showman. And then, this happened. Showman. Oh! Are you kidding me? Right away we got another blueprint? That was like barely anything. Holy moly. Oh my god, goodbye Showman. And just like that, Showman was in and out in only 5 rerolls. At this point, I'd fully realized Golden Ticket's potential. With 2 blueprints, 1 brainstorm, and 2 sock and buskins, all focused on re-triggering Golden Ticket, we're able to get up to $60 per card scored, giving us $300 for a full hand. We can do this up to 4 times every round since we have 5 hands. I have to say the last one to actually win the round. From here, we kept on moving forward with the plan. Keep stacking up on Ares cards to continue boosting our mult, and get as much money as possible with our Golden Ticket so we can eventually figure out a way to expand our jokers even more. But it's starting to get a lot harder as I'm running out of options. By the way, if you're enjoying the video, subscribe because I'm going to be posting more of these kinds of videos and I'm so close to 5k. Anyways, I decided to sell my sock and buskin to make room for a Showman, and this is where I get the craziest shop in my Balatro career. Oh! What? What? Are you guys seeing this? This is the luckiest run ever. Blueprint and Brainstorm in the same thing. Oh my goodness. Can you guys believe this? We have Blueprint, another Blueprint, Brainstorm, another Brainstorm, Perkio, 3 Tribulays. Nah, this is just crazy. This is insane. Like, what? After getting a Blueprint and a Brainstorm in the same shop, I felt unstoppable. But that's where the cruelty of Balatro scaling comes in. I wanted to see what my max score would be if I used all glass cards and focused my jokers on re-triggering them. After doing so, I just nearly squeaked by with the win. But I did accidentally forget to put one of my blueprints on my sock and buskin. But still, we were cutting it close. From here, I wasn't really sure what I should do. So I decided to see how many heiresses I can stack and see how much money I could get up to. At this point in the run, I was streaming for about 5 hours, so I was getting really tired and I kinda just wanted the run to be over. I knew getting to Nanif would take a lot more work with the method I was using, and I would most likely have gotten it now if I was on Plasma deck. But unfortunately, I made the wrong decision when choosing the deck, although Ghost deck was still very useful for helping me set up my deck. Once again, I wanted to see how high my top line scoring would be if I used all glass, and I scored E73, which is great, but on the very next ante, I need a minimum of E77, so I needed to do something drastic in order to continue. With almost $7,000, I figured I could sell my socket buskin and get another Showman to try for another Blueprint or Brainstorm. And not too long after, the Brainstorm came through. Oh. That's good. But it's actually not good. Selling the sock and buskin was a nail in the coffin for me. After playing 5 glass cards the very next round, I barely got over E50. Meaning removing the sock and gaining the Brainstorm was actually the wrong move, and I probably should have done it the other way. After realizing this was the end for me, I decided to use every single heiress card in my consumable, just to see how high the base score would be. And as I'm going through the emotions and the dying moments of my run, I think back on how every card I drew reflected a choice, and had a hope I didn't know it carried. The game didn't care who I was, it only revealed who I could become. I started this run a boy, and I'm finishing it as a man. And as I use my last heiress card, getting my flush 5 to level 130, I say goodbye. And for the last hand, I loaded up 5 glass cards and decided to stand up. Just like how Raffle Light would do it. Raffle style, guys. We're gonna do the last hand standing. So let's, I'm even wearing the black shirt just like it. This is it. This is the final hand. We made so much money. We got insane luck. Genuinely, this was one of the craziest runs I've ever been on. 75 rounds, 24 antes. And just like that, it's all over. That's what life is, honestly. This is what life is all about. You do good, and then you die.